Rohit, I think my throat's tickling a little bit. Can you pass me? Oh, that's what I need. Oh,
The Arsenal logo is missing,
bottle.
isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't find an Arsenal logo, unfortunately, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's refreshed my throat. Yeah, Rohit, do you know what this is? This is a bottle. This is a bottle, yeah?
No, man. See, 18 clubs or 19 clubs would love to be in the position we are in. I mean, this is disgusting at the moment. Whatever's happening, people are like, I mean, come on, guys, come on. It never happened to Liverpool. They
Don't
never
worry,
called
don't worry,
Liverpool
Rohit.
bottle jobs.
You'll get your chance to speak. You'll get your chance to speak. But yeah, guys, welcome back to another enthralling episode of Two Halves, Two Innings Football Podcast. And it seems to be the cracks are appearing on the wall for Arsenal. They've got out of the Carabao Cup. They've got out of the FA Cup. They just scraped to UEFA Champions League 1-0, and they have lost to Bournemouth. Is it the bottle job all over again? Can Arteta survive? And City are prowling behind them after their emphatic win against Chelsea. It is hottening up. The title race is on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Guys, welcome back to another enthralling episode of Two Halves and Two Innings Football Podcast. It's me, AJ, Man United supporter, and also Arsenal bottled job supporter Rohit, who has not had an absolute fantastic weekend at all. We previewed the Arsenal and Bournemouth on our last episode, and I said to you, Rohit, Bournemouth are a tough team.
They're a tough team. I know.
They've
I told you
drawn
they're a
their
bogey
last five.
team.
Yep, and I just had a feeling. I thought, I don't know, Arsenal, can they do it? I thought, okay, I'll give him the kind of the benefit of the doubt because it's at home, it's at Emirates, the crowd should be there rocking, but it seemed to be a very, very flat performance by the boys in red. I mean, Rohit, firstly, what did you make of that performance there by Arsenal?
Pathetic performance. I think the worst I've ever seen because, I started watching the game and then there you go, Bournemouth look fresher. We look tired again. I mean, come on, what's going on here? And then how we were playing back passes and we're taking, like in the second half when we were 1-1, and then we were taking too many chances in our own box. I mean, what the hell that I was doing? Don't show me that bottle, Ajay. Don't show me that bottle. We are not bottle jobs, guy. We are not bottlers. So tell me, let me tell you one thing, guys. This is what Michael Jordan said, that every time I lose, I will keep coming back. I will keep coming back. I'll get better and better and better. 19 other clubs want to be in the same position as Arsenal. Top of the league, right? Quarterfinal in the Champions League. And then be in the Champions League as well every year for the last 3-4 years. So don't tell me we are bottlers. The other 19 clubs are bottlers. They can't even get to second place. They can't even get to third place. So they can't get to first place. So don't tell me this shit, basically. Bottlers. Ooh. I don't like this word, bottlers. Bottlers are all the people who can't make it to the top. At least we are trying. At least we fighting against, like Liverpool used to do 3-4 years ago. We are there. And nobody called Liverpool bottlers. I know they won Champions League, won one league last season and one league under Klopp as well. He only won one league title. He did not win 3 or 4. He only won one league title. So they actually lost more to City than us, So I mean, last season when they won, it was good, So Arsenal and City both were behind, and it was easy game for them. They lost out of Champions League early. They lost out of FA Cup early. When I see this today, Arsenal team yesterday, Ajay, I still can't believe they're still knackered, and where decision making was very, very, very poor. I can't believe are they professional footballers. What are they trying to do here?
I mean, so right. I mean, this is nothing new for Arsenal. I mean, they've been playing Champions League football. They've been playing in FA Cups. They've been playing Premier League. So why is it that? Is it the coach? Is it the coaching methods? Is it the training sessions? Is it the physio team? Is it the medical
something
staff?
Is there,
Ajay. Is it their own belief? Because if you looked at 2024, I mean, Arsenal. If you looked at the last 18 games, they lost one game against Aston Villa. And that was just basically testament to City for being so perfect.
Exactly.
How you guys couldn't win it in 2024.
Exactly.
Now, are the kind of shades of previous seasons kind of coming into Arsenal where they're feeling the pressure? Because it seems to be a case that Arsenal have always started the Premier League really well. They always do well in the first kind of half of the season. Come March, come April, then it kind of just seems to fall apart for
But
Arsenal.
Ajay, you just
Except
gave
for
an
that
example.
2024.
You just gave example.
Yeah.
You just gave an example in 24. We were brilliant. We were near perfect. We won every bloody freaking game, and then only lost one game, and that got us the second place. We could have won the league that year. Even I think last year as well. It was 23 or 24 when we lost to West Ham. I think 2-0 at home or 2-1 at home, and that was such a big costly loss. And I'm feeling the Bournemouth loss yesterday afternoon could be costly, but still.
100%. It's so costly. It's opened it up so much.
But then again, Ajay, we don't know yet. It's not over till it's over. We don't know yet.
I mean,
we still have 6 games to go. It's still in our own hands. We can still. If they are not hurting today, the yesterday's performance was, I can't see that performance was for an Arsenal team. They were totally felt like you said, pressured. I think it's something in there. I don't know what's going on. They just need to go, guys. What could happen? Just go play. Just go play.
If you look at the stats, I mean, obviously we'll go into the game. Obviously, right. So it was obviously 2 great goals by Bournemouth. It was a penalty only for Arsenal.
Yeah.
The possession, you had 52% possession. Your XG was 2.32, but then in open play, your XG was only 0.8.
Exactly.
So, what I'm reading in that is that again, set plays are kind of working in your favour, and obviously that's how you got the penalty. Whether or not it was a penalty is open for discussion. It was a handball, obviously, and to be fair, if you look at it, the defender's hand was high up, but it was close proximity. So on a different day, that could maybe not be given. Yeah, there
could have been no penalty.
Exactly. It was given, and Gyökeres took it really well.
Yeah.
But he missed a few chances towards the end.
Couple of chances he missed.
And I think he said something about the dry pitch. He was saying that the dry pitch, obviously.
No, one was deflection.
Yeah. Yeah, but you don't expect that from Arsenal. And again, when you look at the highlights, you look at some of the play. Again, with you've seen it in the Champions League as well, or previous games where Rice is passing it to Odegaard, and Odegaard just doesn't feel that he can take the ball in his stride and run forward with it. And it seemed to be a kind of similar thing with the Arsenal players, where they just didn't want to take control of the game, or they didn't want to run past their players. I mean, if you looked at Martinelli, you looked at Madueke. Yeah. They had one-on-ones with the fullbacks of Bournemouth, but they just didn't look like they wanted to attack them. They just played really passively and too safe. I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a fair reflection that Arsenal they're scared? Are they scared?
They were scared. This is what I felt. When even when 2-1 down, Raya was taking too long to pass in our own box. And when he was passing, they were really, really dangerous passes. They were very risky passes, those were. It could have gone to Bournemouth players. It could have been 3-1. And we could have been under pressure. This is what I'm saying. I could not actually associate yesterday's performance with an Arsenal team of this season. It was totally out of the blue. It was totally... I was thinking, am I seeing the same Arsenal team who've been at the top of the league? That they looked like Spurs in disguise. Because they were under pressure, to be honest. So
that's a great analogy.
Exactly. I felt like that. I said, what are we playing like Spurs, guys? Play like Arsenal. And we are the third most successful team in English football. So play like that. You're winning the badge. You should show some passion. This is league on the line. I remember.
Do you think? Sorry, Rohit. Because do you think maybe they're looking at the table and think that they've got too many points?
No. They're never too many points. No.
No, but what I'm trying to say, maybe not too many points, but as in the gap is so big that they feel like they could maybe just take the foot off the pedal a little bit.
No.
But how else can you go from? I mean, okay, fair enough. In the last 4 games, you've only won 1.
Yes.
So this is bad. Yeah, in April. So I mean, a final, a quarterfinal, and now obviously a quarterfinal in the Champions League. So back to the Premier League, and you know how hard it is, the Premier League compared to the other competitions, especially like the European one, but the Champions League. But if you look at Crystal Palace, they had a midweek fixture and they came out on top against Newcastle today. Aston Villa were playing against Nottingham Forest and managed to get a draw. So Arsenal Arsenal can only have the excuse of that. Fair enough that it was a morning or an afternoon fixture. If this was maybe at 5 o'clock on a Saturday or maybe on a Sunday,
different.
Today, for instance, it could have been a bit different. But again, the whole resting situation. I mean, the squad's big enough, and fair enough. You said there was injuries. Do you think you miss Saka or?
I think we miss Saka and Eze to start. This is again when I come in. Like 2 phases I was thinking yesterday. Right, our starting lineup. If if Eze was fit, he would have started in front of Havertz. Havertz is not that playmaker. Havertz can't play there. He's better at the top. But then again, I was thinking he should have taken how we beat Lisbon in the last 10 minutes. Havertz plays as we actually played 4-4-2. So Gyökeres made the space for Havertz to come in, and then score the goal. This is how we should play, 4-4-2. I mean, we don't have to play 4-3-3 every time. We should just be more adaptive. We should play 4-4-2 at the top. But then again, the couple of things, right? One was the starting lineup. And second thing I realized when I was watching again, that I think Arteta did a little bit of panic changes at 55th minute or 50th minute. He put on Dorman, he put on Eze was fine, I think he should have only put Eze on and let Madueke and Martinelli stay there for a little bit longer. And Dorman, I know he's a class act, he's gonna be good, but he's only 15, guys, 16. He's still learning. He should have put him only last 10 minutes when the other players are tired, when the opposition tired, then he can run in. He put him too early. Madueke was doing fine job. I think after those changes, I think Bournemouth took control. I believe that Bournemouth took control after those three changes. I think he made panic changes, I believe personally, and I literally don't believe what our defense was doing. We are so solid whole season. We are, like we said, defenses win the titles, and that was not that defensive performance. We were awful.
No, I mean, right. I mean, that you made a very good, interesting point actually. So let's just dive in a little bit to what you said about the substitutions, because I remember always there's the comment about Arteta making rush substitutions when Eric Ten Hag faced Arteta at the beginning of the season, when we signed Anthony and we signed Casemiro, and he made a lot of rush substitutions quite early on. I think in the 60th minute, and then Rashford went on to score the goal to make it 3-1. So if you look at it, he made 3 substitutions. You're right, Madueke, Havertz, and Martinelli on for the 54th minute. Okay?
Yeah, there you go. 54,
and that was for Eze, Trossard, and Dauman.
Yeah,
that's 2 wingers effectively, and I think Max Dauman's like a centre midfielder or something like that.
No, he was playing. He was playing on the right wing. Yeah,
and then the last 2 substitutions were made in the 76th minute.
Yeah.
So you're playing with 5 new players, the 6 players who were starting that team, and now playing with 5 brand new players for nearly 20 minutes.
Half of the game,
because,
exactly.
Well, 20 minutes. Half of the second half, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you compare that with Bournemouth made 2 changes in the 70th minute, one in the 85th, which was Krupi, the goal scorer, and then 2 in the 90th.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, then they're still playing with 9 players in the first team up until the 70th minute.
Yeah.
So it's only 2 players coming in for 20 minutes, and then obviously there's 1 player coming in after the 85th, and then 2 new players on the 90th minute, which is kind of what you want, because if you're in a winning situation, you don't want to disrupt the team maybe too much. So maybe do you feel with Arteta, does he need to use all the substitutions?
No,
and are you thinking then maybe, like you said, is having the substitutions coming on a bit earlier all at once, maybe spreading it out at intervals, is that disrupting the team?
It disrupts. So because
if you look at the passing accuracy,
Yeah.
Passing accuracy for Arsenal was really, well, not low, but it was not as good as what it should be for a home team. I think it was 80%, and that was similar to what Bournemouth's passing accuracy was as well. So you could maybe say that Arteta's kind of substitutions situations or managed skills need to be looked at, because it's maybe costing you a few games, especially these recent performances. Obviously, before when you were winning, it was fine. But on because we were saying in the previous actual podcast that 2 substitutes were the key difference for the Sporting Lisbon game, when it was Martinelli and Havertz that came on, and Havertz scored the goal against Sporting Lisbon.
And they came on the right time. They came on the right time at that time, right? And we played 4-4-2. Havertz did not play as number 8, right? He plays on number 10. He plays a 4-4-2 then. So this is why I'm thinking that should be the template. If we are not winning in the first 60 minutes, there's something. Change it to 4-2. Yeah. Don't keep it to 4-3-3.
But just maybe have one person come on.
Have one person.
Have 3 or 4 come on at the same time.
Yeah, I do think we lost the imperative after those 3 substitutions, right? Yeah. We actually, because of Dauman is not good as a defender, right? Madueke was doing good job. And then one more point, I'm going to make it here. I was watching again, Zubi Mendy. I think that guy needs some kind of like a psychologist to work with him. I don't know what's happening with him. I literally don't know what's happening. I
Subgroup.
remember once somebody put on Twitter as well that clip, right? White was waiting for the pass. Zubimendi came in, made the space, and he passed to Zubimendi. And Rice was Gabriel shouting, "Here, I'm here!" But he passed back to White. Why? There was he's kind of, because if you see some of the goals we conceded, 3 or 4 goals were his making. He lost the possession. 3-4. I think he's going in his mind. Yeah, maybe
Possibly.
his first season syndrome. First season syndrome is really hard to Premier League. You know, it's easy in La Liga too. Maybe he's still struggling.
I think potentially that he just is not suited to play in front of the back four. Like he's probably your number 6 that needs to be the more offensive number 6, and Declan Rice needs to be protecting that back four more. Because if you look to the second goal, and because I was analysing it a little bit, it was all from a long ball, and the Bournemouth player, I think it was Brooks, won the header.
Yeah,
and it fell to I think it fell to another Bournemouth player, and then Gabriel was pulled out of position.
Yes,
because he was trying to track.
He was trying to clear
on the left-hand side. So he was really pulled over to the left. So that made a big space in between Saliba and then Ben White. And then when obviously Brooks fed it into Evan Nielsen got the touch to then put it to Alex Scott. Zubimendi was
really close to him,
but he didn't really
do anything.
Put much effort. He didn't really put much effort. Declan Rice watched it go past. So I think the problem is that when you have these new substitutes come in, they're trying to feel for the game. If Down's, like you said, not going to provide aerial threat or defensive kind of help, Trossard's small, Jesus is small as well. But I don't think Jesus came on, was it? It was Eze, sorry.
Jesus came in. Yeah.
You know, when you put these players, they're not the physicalists, are they? They're not the ones that are going to really like scrap for the ball in the air. So Gabriel and Saliba are the ones that are going to clear the ball from long balls with headers. But I think the problem is that you had Gabriel then really pushed to the left-hand side. He was dragged out of position, and then you literally had Ben White and Saliba as your centre backs, but there was too much of a gap, and that's how Alex Scott got through. To be fair, so I think that was a problem there.
This is what I'm saying. The guy Zubimendi could see there is ample space for Alex Scott to go in. You know, if it was me, and he could have just tackle him, take a yellow card, simple, avoid the goal. Take a yellow card.
Avoid.
Be really professional foul. Do a professional foul. You guys are there to do that, right? These professional footballers are there. They can see the risk, right? It's what minute they scored? 70 minutes something. 72, 73.
Minute.
Yeah, because just take a yellow card, block him or tackle him. This is what I'm saying. Those kind of nuances are needed to win the title. Those professional fouls like City used to do. They still do it, right? Dark arts. You need to do that. But this I'm saying, I don't think we were really clicking yesterday. I don't know what happened. I felt like somebody injected something in their minds and then they just boom. You know, I can't use my word. And then another thing I want to point out, right? With I see City players, everyone is so good. They've been playing most of the games as well. They're so fit. They've been running hard. And what's happening to Arsenal? I don't know. Is it the training? Or is he, like, for example, Norgard, right? Brentford captain. He hardly played. So that means Rice and Zubimendi played most of the minutes. They didn't have proper rest whole season. I think if we have a bigger squad, we need to use all the players. We need to use all the players.
Oh, you need to look at formation changes, then, isn't it? Because he tried to use Saka as a number 10, and that worked for one game when he got a goal. I don't think he never did that 10.
again. Yeah. Because he's I'd rather play Rice, because Rice is better because his best game was against PSG or Atletico Madrid, if I remember, or Bayern. He was right at the front. He wasn't playing in the way. So I think they need to come back and then say, guys, this is what we need. Forget the mental thing or forget the pressure. Just say, calm out all the noise, outside noise, and say, guys, we are good. You know, sometimes you need that thing told to you. Right? Guys, you are number one. You are at the top for a reason. You've been playing well. You are good enough to play. You are good enough to win the title. Forget the noise outside, guys. You are good. Just go out as a leader. Go out as a lead.
Do you think it's maybe playing on the players' minds, though, that they may have been in similar situations before and not got over the line, and then they're kind of doubting themselves?
But Ajay, if you keep making those same things, you learn from it. If they are not learning, unfortunately, I would say they are not good enough then. If you've been in second all the time, you need to improve. What else we need to do?
I think obviously because I think for City this is why they're enjoying being second. You know how you said like 19 teams would love to be where we are. I think City are perfect where they are right now because if you look at the table
they
now,
know the pressure is on Arsenal.
City, and they've done it before. And I think for Arsenal, this is the problem: is when it's your maiden kind of title in 20 odd years, and these are new players. None of these players have ever won a Premier League title.
No,
then
Jesus
there's going to be
Jesus won. So he can give
not
the
like this 9/11, but
no, but then he was the scorer. He was the main player for City when they won it twice. So he can give the experience. This is what I'm saying. Arteta was there second. He was the assistant for Pep when they won the league. So he's been in that position. And it's not like that. For example, who else? Hincapié won it with Bayern Leverkusen. Gyökeres won it for Sporting as well. So there is experience.
The Premier Leagues are different though. Premier League is
no,
different,
I know, but I'm talking about the experience of winning the title. I'm talking about the journey of winning the title. There will be a lot of ups and downs. It's the experience where that counts. I don't know where that disconnection is. When I said they all need to sit down, it's not only players, it's the staff as well.
So is it? Do you think like these type of players need to step up then? Do you think that players like Hincapié, Jesus should have more of a role? Because it looks like obviously Rice, Gabriel, Saliba, these are more of the main figures in that team. If you think about it, and maybe Odegaard or Saka as well. But Saka's the longest kind of serving player there, isn't he? To be fair, he's been there for such a long time.
So, yeah, and he's been injured. So again. So very bad season in injury wise. We're still at the top. This is what I'm saying. Even with all those injuries, with all the disruptions, we're still top. That means there is something in the team. They just need to get, like Hanumanji, we call it, right? We had to tell Hanumanji, that's your power.
He needs to wake up his powers.
That's it. Because he forgets his powers. So we have to remind him. Same way, I'm saying Arsenal players and stuff. Guys, come on. Realize your powers. Realize you're good. Just take out. You're good enough. Just go and battle hard and passion. Win it. Don't be scared.
The running does look a little bit, I don't know, it's really 50-50. If you look at City's games, you look at Arsenal's games.
Now
your next Premier League game is Newcastle, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
We're playing City.
And City. Yeah.
Then we
City and then Newcastle. And then
that's
Newcastle
it. Afterwards.
I mean, the situation. Well, the situation now we find ourselves in. Before it was 9 points, and now obviously we've dropped it down to 6. You go to the Etihad. If you don't get a result there, Rohit, then is it genuine panic time then for Arsenal?
Panic
because
time.
City would just kind of start firing on all cylinders, then, isn't it? And
they are. They will.
And if you look at goal difference is kind of out the window a little bit now. So when I said to you all those times before, you shouldn't be scoring 1-0 and you shouldn't be relying on own goals and you shouldn't be relying on penalties.
even with
you should be winning those games 3-4-0.
I know, but Ajay, even
you're like,
with that,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 3 points is more than 1 goal.
Yeah, it's true. But if you see Man City, if we get a result, either a draw or a win, that will give them confidence at least. If we get a win, amazing. But looking at the form at the moment, I don't know how we're going to play on Wednesday night. And City going to have full week rest because they're not playing the Champions League. And we're going to have to play the team again. So we'll be tired again. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not as confident I was 4 weeks ago before the Carabao final, right? But it's a good thing for Premier League. Like, it's exciting.
Right. Here's an interesting question. Question. Would you rather take 3 points at the Etihad and get knocked out of the Champions League? So, if it meant that you would get 3 points from Etihad, you'd have to then get knocked out of the Champions League. So lose on Wednesday, but win on Sunday. Sorry. Which one would you take?
Because I always prefer Premier League. Prefer Premier League.
So do you think Arteta is in a situation where he can play a full strong squad against Sporting? Or do you think he might rest a few players?
No, I think he will play the strongest squad. I think. But I've always said, I don't care about Champions League this year. I want to win the Premier League. That's the best chance. Actually, this is our best chance for the last 3-4 years.
If you see that. Best chance,
this is the best chance. We never in this situation in the last 2-3 years. The last 6-7 games, then we are still there, right? This is the best chance. We don't want to get it away. We need to win this. Because what's going to happen if we win the Champions League? What's going to happen? We have 2 more games coming up in the semi-final. pressure games, and then we have Champions League games. It's so much pressure, and then the Premier League games, so much pressure. Players will be tired. I'd rather have a fresher players every week. They only play one game a week and then go and win the league. I'll give you an example, right? It was 2003, 2002, 2003, right? When Arsenal lost to Manchester United in the FA Cup at Aston Villa, if I remember that, in the quarterfinal or semi-final. We lost to, I think it was a quarterfinal. We lost to Manchester United. And then we lost to Chelsea in the Champions League quarterfinal as well. Same week, right? So we go out of cups same week. If it was Twitter then, people would have said bottle jobs, because we lost come out of the cup. But we went on to win the league. So it's still possible. But now, earlier I was saying 60-40. Now I'm saying 50-50 at the moment.
Oh dear.
All depends on the next weekend game. It's a big game.
It does. It's a huge week for you guys.
Game.
It's a huge week because if you lose the Champions League fixture,
not for us, it's for City as well. This is what I'm saying.
Nah,
it's for them as well. It's for them. If they lose that game, the game over.
Pep's already been in that situation though. I feel like for Pep and City, they're like, look, if you play how you're going to play, you're going to win against Arsenal because look how they played against Liverpool.
Oh yes.
Look how they played against you in the final. They just you guys didn't even turn up in that Carabao Cup final. Like it was hard to watch, and you didn't turn up today. Yesterday.
So that's the thing is between Pep and Arteta. You win the Carabao Cup, I win the league. You lose at the Etihad.
Maybe Pep was crossing his fingers behind his back like this, like. But right, I mean, it does open up the title race really nicely, to be fair. Yeah. And now 6 games left for you, but 7 for City, and then obviously playing each other. Let's see how it goes. But you know what? When we come back and review the next round of Premier League fixtures, but I don't know how you'll be feeling about. You might be very elated. You might be jubilant. You might win on Wednesday, and you might win on Sunday. But I have a feeling, I don't know, these group of Arsenal players, they just look a bit lost. Like you said, they need to have a massive talk and really kind of say, look, we're in this position for a reason. They're in a position for a reason, and we can do better. We can do well. But there's such a disjoint between the play, and they just seem a bit. They seem very tired, so they need to have some energy pills or
a days off. 2-3 days off.
Get day off. They can't get days off to play on Wednesday.
I'm just saying, forget Champions League. Take a day off too. Yeah.
But the thing is, right though, if you look at the likes of the greats, and I'm sure Amit would back me up on this. Fergie would never have said, "Take your foot off the pedal. We're going for a treble." Being like, "Okay, no, leave the FA Cup." They went so far in every single competition they could have, and that's why the 1999 team won the treble. The 2008 team did the double.
Even City won.
I think for Arsenal, City have done it as well. They've done the treble as well. So I think for Arsenal to kind of step up to that elite level, and I said to you this as well when the Carabao Cup final was happening, when we did our preview for that, that was a statement game for you guys to say, now we're in the elevation now where we can put ourselves as the big boys. We can say
that would have given them a big confidence. I agree.
100%. Totally agree. And then I think then this would have switched. Because even if City were winning, the fact that you have beaten them,
we have beaten them,
would have then made your percentage gauge go back to 60-40, 70-30.
The narrative would have changed.
Yes, the narrative 100% would have changed. Yeah. So I think you have to go far in the Champions League because honestly, you rather win a trophy, and the Champions League is a huge trophy. Some teams would prefer Champions League than their own domestic league. So if you and you've got such a good route, you have such a good route because if Atletico Madrid are beating Barcelona, and if they stay there and keep the same result, you beat Atletico Madrid, you're in the final, and it's either going to be Bayern, PSG, Real Madrid. I don't think Liverpool will. Maybe Liverpool, maybe as well. But on a final, anything can change in a final, Hannah. It's 90 minutes. Anything can change. So you guys have got to get to that. So you guys need to have a switch in your psyche. It has to happen.
It's fine, but the injuries are very bad. Look, Calafiori wasn't available. He didn't even play yesterday.
What's going on with your medical team?
That's what I'm saying. Saka is off. Odegaard is injured again. Eze just came back. So Marino's been out whole season, second half of the seasons. We had so many injuries.
Actually, has come at the worst time for you guys.
Exactly. When we needed the whole team that's why we bought players to have a bigger squad so we can rotate. But we never managed to rotate because I tell you why we never managed to. I tell you why Mikel was thinking we were 1-0 up or 2-1 up. He didn't want to risk those players. Maybe he didn't have enough trust on other players to put them on instead of Rice or Mendy. He's saying, no, let Rice play. And he put Rice. He's Bichara He's keep running. And
Yeah,
he was captain as well
Rice is
yesterday.
out.
He was captain as well yesterday. His 100th game. So I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's see what happens on next Sunday when we come back and review the game.
Well, on a slightly positive note for the North London Red Men, your rivals in the relegation zone now. And so let's have a little chat about Tottenham. I'm sure everybody knows that now Tottenham are sitting in 18th position after their loss against Sunderland. New manager Roberto De Zerbi couldn't really get off to a flying start, and it just looked like the same old Spurs, to be fair. They were denied a penalty by VAR, which I agree with. I don't think it was a penalty. But Sunderland looked good. Again, Stadium of Light was rocking. And United have to go there too, so I'm a bit worried about that. So I'm hoping Sunderland hit a bit of rough form before Man United go there. But, I mean, Spurs, Rohit, it's looking ever more likely that they could potentially go down.
They're more likely. Nothing happened. I can't believe they had like 3 weeks off, 4 weeks, a couple of weeks off. They didn't play in the FA Cup. And then I thought he would have put them in through their paces and they play like Brighton, but they were like pathetic.
Romero was crying. I don't know if he was injured or if he just was it because he was substituted.
Even Mickey, I could see their faces. They were down. They were literally thinking, what's happening to them?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, the Spurs, I generally don't know. I mean, it's all over TalkSport. It's all over social media because obviously the Arsenal fanboys are loving it and licking their lips at the fact that maybe Spurs will get relegated. But it does seem to be a case that the team has lost it.
Who they're playing next? Brighton. They're playing at home. Oh my gosh, that's his old team, and then Brighton in form.
I think everyone's saying that they need 2 wins. They need 2 wins to kind of maybe be safe, or 2 to 3 wins. And they say maybe Leeds. There's a Leeds game I think they're playing against. I think they go to. Did they play Burnley as well? The next.
Let me check. So they're playing. No, they're playing Wolverhampton after that. After Brighton, they're playing Wolves, but away, not at home. And Wolves away are a good team.
Molineux.
Molineux, they are a good team there. And then who they're playing? And then they're playing.
I think they've got Leeds.
Then they go Leeds.
Yeah, so they're the 2 games I think they need to win.
They need to win. Yeah. And
again,
then they go Chelsea. Penalty one game is Chelsea, and the last game they're playing Everton. Oh my God, Everton would like to go in top 5, right? To go in the Champions League. They're all tough games. They're all tough games.
Everton's got a Merseyside derby next week, and if they win that, they're 2 points behind Liverpool. Yeah. So it's looking very cramped between 6th and 10th. To be fair, it's only 2 points, isn't it?
That's what Premier League wanted. That's what Sky wanted, right? Right to the end. They're getting it.
It's crazy to be fair. So you got a battle for the first and second. You got a battle for top 5, and you got a battle for top 8. For European squads, and then the relegation battle.
Relegation battle. My God, what a season! And people said it's a shit season, but it's not. It's exciting.
It's a shit season if you've been watching Arsenal. Get away with it. But anyway, look at that. But let's see. But right now, it's shaping up to be a very good run-in. And like I said, from the bottom to the top of the table, every team is playing for something. It kind of feels like almost, except if you lead.
No easy games.
Not everyone.
No easy games. No easy games.
If you look at the Premier League title from 14th up. Yeah. From 14th up, you're looking for European places. 42,
47, exactly.
And then if you're looking from 15th down, you're fighting a relegation battle.
Exactly. My God, so, I'm just seeing the table as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Normally this time for the season, you're like, if you're 10th, 11th, 12th, you don't really care. Like Fulham, for instance, you're like, exactly. I don't really care.
Then you feel like end of the season games, boring games. No one is trying anything. But now this season, you can see anyone can make between like 5th to 14th. Anyone can make top 5. My gosh.
Yeah, well, maybe not top 5, but at least 6th, 7th.
At least 6th, 7th.
Europa League position.
Yeah, but 10 points. Yeah, 10 points gap. Yeah.
But no, honestly, that is looking good. So right, I'll leave you with this memorabilia of a bottle. Let's hope that Arsenal don't plot any more games.
I want Mikel to print that picture from that game today. The fan was drinking from one. Put it in the changing room, right?
Changing rooms, yeah.
Yeah, put it in there. Every time they see that picture, that should give them enough ammunition, inspiration to go out and bloody win it, man. Let's do that, Mikel.
Yeah, I mean, if I was an Arsenal player, that would have pissed me off 100%.
Yes,
So,
I pissed me off as a fan, man. It's not like this is. I think it's.
But this
I
is
think,
the audacity of that fan. He knew that was going to happen. He had that bottle because he
because
knew
he
Chelsea
wanted-
would not
he-
win.
Yeah, but then the thing is, he knew he will be famous because it's about Arsenal. Because Arsenal,
right.
anything anyone say about Arsenal goes at the top of the pages, go at the top of social media, and but then again, I'm loving it because this shows how, every time you hate a team, you know why you hate it, because they're good.
Yeah,
That's
good,
it.
man. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's why there's haters. Well, Rohit, let's see. Hopefully, the fortunes turn next week as we have an enthralling clash at the top of the table at the Emirates. And also, Arsenal have a very important second leg feature in the Emirates as well against Sporting Lisbon. And Arsenal take a 1-0 lead into that game for the second leg. So, Rohit, thank you so much for your time. Guys, please do again. We always say this, do like and comment, do subscribe as well if you've enjoyed the content. And let us know your thoughts about how you thought this weekend's fixtures were, and also predictions on next week as well, as we do talk about Arsenal City. And I think if we just end this one, I probably would say I think Man City are going to beat you. Right?
No, I didn't know. I want to end this here. Arsenal players and
perfectly.
staff, don't let me swear in Punjabi on next Sunday, right? It has to be the happy swearing, not the sad swearing. So watch out for next Sunday episode, guys.
It's going to be a spicy one, guys. Right, you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Okay, take care.